Good evening. I will call to order the meeting of the Chautauqua County Legislature on September 24th, 2025. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Anthony.
Here.
Mr. Bankowski.
Here.
Mr. Buchanan.
Here.
Mr. Carl is absent. Mrs. Dickey.
Here.
Mrs. Gustafson.
Here.
Mr. Harmon.
Here.
Mr. Heiser.
Here.
Mr. Johnson.
Here.
Mr. Landy.
Present.
Mr. Larson.
Here.
Mr. Nelson.
Here.
Mr. Neville.
Here.
Mr. Pavlak.
Here.
Mr. Penhallow.
Here.
Mr. Proctor.
Here.
Mr. Scudder.
Here.
Ms. Vanstrom.
Here.
Chairman Shadnon.
Here.
There are 18 members present and 1 member absent. There is quorum.
Thank you. And now on our agenda, we will have the prayer and pledge of allegiance by Legislator Buchanan.
Gracious God, we come here before you with humble hearts, recognizing that our purpose here is to serve others. Help us approach this meeting with the spirit of humility and desire to serve the greater good. May we put aside our agenda and focus on what is best for all. Guide us in our services and bless our efforts. Amen. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And next on our agenda is approval of the minutes of the legislature meeting on August 27th. Do I have a motion? Motion to accept the minutes as presented by Legislator Bankowski and a second by Legislator Gustafson. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved. That brings us to our first privilege of the floor. Members of the public may comment on any subject relating to any local law, resolution, or motion which appears on tonight's agenda. Individual comments are limited to 3 minutes, and comments representing a group shall be limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone wishing to address the first privilege of the floor? Anyone for the first privilege of the floor? Seeing no one, I will close the first privilege of the floor. That brings us on our agenda to a commendation to be presented by Legislator Penhallow and County Executive Wendel. So I would invite those 2 gentlemen to come down and present the commendation.
This time we could invite, still call him Deputy Beekner, please, and Under Sheriff Badamy, if you would. What's it? Yeah. And your family,
The mic,
and the Beekner family, come on down.
PJ, the microphone.
Yep. Office of the County Executive, Chautauqua County, New York, letter of commendation. Whereas the Chautauqua County community is proud to recognize individuals whose dedication to public service exemplifies the highest standards of professionalism, courage, and commitment. And whereas Deputy Jason Beekner has faithfully served Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office for 20 years, beginning in October of 2005, quickly establishing himself as a hardworking, selfless, and highly respected deputy. And whereas throughout his career, Deputy Beekner served as field training officer, academy instructor, SWAT team leader, senior fire investigator, firearms instructor, and senior diver on the water emergency team, consistently demonstrating leadership and mentoring future generations of law enforcement professionals. And
whereas Deputy Beekner achieved his longtime goal of becoming a K-9 handler in 2011, forming lasting partnerships with K-9s Drago, Drake, and Jax, and using his skills to locate missing persons, apprehend suspects, recover firearms, and build strong community relations through demonstrations and outreach. And whereas Deputy Beekner's heroic actions have saved lives, including performing a life-saving rescue of a suicidal individual in the swamp in 2019, and applying a tourniquet that saved a motorcyclist's life in 2016. for which he received the New York State Senate Liberty Medal. And whereas his tireless dedication extended beyond duty, including training K-9 units throughout Western New York, increasing regional capabilities while saving taxpayers money, serving his community with integrity, compassion, and humor. Whereas Deputy Buechner was rightfully named the 2025 Chautauqua County and New York State American Legion Law Enforcement Officer of the Year, a recognition of the profound impact he has had throughout his outstanding law enforcement career. Now, therefore,
we, Paul M. Wendel Jr., Chautauqua County Executive, and Jonathan R. Penhallow, Chautauqua County Legislature, District 7, do hereby extend our heartfelt congratulations to Deputy Jason Buechner on his well-deserved honor, commend him for 2 decades of exceptional service and dedication to the safety and well-being of Chautauqua County, and wish him continued success, good health, and happiness in your retirement. In witness whereof, we have hereto set our hand and caused the seal of the great county of Chautauqua to be affixed this 24th day of September, 2025, signed by myself, Paul M. Wendel Jr., County Executive, and Jonathan R. Penhallow, Legislature, District 7. On a personal note, I've known Jason a long time, and I'm not sure where I was more scared of him or him with a dog. But Deputy Buechner's professionalism was astounding. If you ever been to a Bills game, he was always there at the front gate to greet everybody. His professionalism, his dignity, and carrying on his family name is something that I've always treasured as a friend and as a colleague. So on behalf of myself and the county, thank you so much.
I want to read one more thing. Thank you. Hold on. So I'm going to do a little something just a little bit different. Some of the stuff has been shared, but I feel that Jason and his family are due this, so it'll just be one more minute of your time. So it's a privilege for me to stand here. I am Jason's cousin, for the record. He has been recognized for his incredible career and accomplishments. He's a proud graduate of Castaga Valley High School, furthered his education locally here at Jamestown Community College, went to the police academy. His journey in law enforcement, as the county executive said, started Westfield Police Department. He joined the Sheriff's Department 21 years. Jason has worn a lot of hats, okay? As you know, fire investigation team, dive team, SWAT team, worked with the Sheriff's Academy to help train physical fitness instructor, defensive tactics instructor, range instructor, always setting the bar high for excellence and professionalism. For the last 14 years, Jason has been a very big part of the K-9 division, as the county executive said. The bond between the handler and the K-9 is something special. I witnessed that for many, many years as I drive by his home or I go to his home with my family. But also, one thing, I'd be amiss if I didn't mention this, what makes Jason stand out is not only his professional achievements, it's also who he is outside of the badge. He is a devoted husband, a loving father, someone deeply committed to his community and to his family. Through coaching youth wrestling and football, Jason has given countless hours to mentoring and shaping young lives, proving that his leadership extends far beyond law enforcement. That's where it began. And it began in his home on Route 380 with his father, John, and his lovely mother, Eileen Buechner, who's in heaven watching down and who's so proud of him. Jason's career and service represent the very best of Chautauqua County. We need to hear that. His dedication, leadership, and heart for both his profession and his community are truly worthy of this recognition. So thank you, Jason. And you want to say a few words, right? Not really?
I'll be far under 3 minutes. First of all, this is a great honor. I'm doing my best not to choke up. I wished I would have dressed a little better with the suits. But although this is an incredible thing to have happen in accommodation, I'm no different than anyone here. I'm flawed. I try to work through my imperfections, teach others through my mistakes. The reason have been successful, and try to continue to be successful is not just me. This is entirely due to my family, the upbringing I had, the friends and commitments I've made throughout my life. So although I'm the one that's honored, I don't necessarily deserve it. My mom, my dad, my family. Last thing is I don't really know if I deserve to be honored at all. I'm 43. There's very few people in the world that can retire at 43, especially the people here in Chautauqua County, and I hold that dearly. I wouldn't speak of it if I didn't. My dad's 68 and he still goes to work every day. So I appreciate it. I'm doing my best to hold it back, but I appreciate your time. I appreciate you giving me this accommodation, and I appreciate it all my time with Chautauqua County.
Well done. And the next item on our agenda, which is why we have all the lights and cameras, is a presentation of the 2026 Chautauqua County tentative budget by County Executive Paul M. Wendel Jr. So, County Executive.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the Chautauqua County Legislature, department heads, and county residents. Welcome to the 2026 Chautauqua County Executive Tentative Budget Presentation. As I begin this presentation tonight, I would like to first take a moment to thank my staff for their hard work and dedication. I would also like to thank our Budget Director, Jennifer Swan, Finance Director, Kitty Crow, our department heads, and the many fiscal supervisors throughout Chautauqua County who are all instrumental in planning, preparing, and organizing our 2026 budget. Our goal for this budget was to achieve a structurally balanced spending plan, keep the tax levy at or below the state cap, and preserve Chautauqua County's strong financial position by responsibly utilizing the general fund balance. We will continue to maintain reserves between 5 and 15% of county appropriations as outlined in our financial management plan, while also sustaining and in many cases improving the services our county residents have relied on. In order to achieve these goals, we had to continue our record of creating fiscally conservative budgets that serve the best interest of each and every resident. Now, the challenges we faced were creating this 2026 budget were rising unfunded mandate costs, inflation rates of an astounding 3.4% that's far surpassed the 2% tax cap limit, and for the first time since 2021, we no longer had the use of American Rescue Plan Act funds. Now, please keep in mind that we never used the ARPA funds to balance the budget. Rather, those funds were used for capital investments across county departments and agencies. In order to address these challenges and make all of our targets and goals, we had to do more with less. Our 2026 budget reflects my vision and strategy for Chautauqua County. We remain committed to delivering the highest level of services and programs for our residents. We will stay under the state tax cap, preserve our strong financial standing, and continue to encourage steady growth for our economy. Despite the challenges, this budget ensures we not only meet, but we exceed our expectations. For 2026, I am proposing a $309.7 million budget, including our enterprise funds and excluding our internal service funds and municipal sales tax. Key investments include 49% in human services, 22% in public facilities, including our water and sewer districts, 19% in public safety, 9% in administrative services, and 2% in planning and economic development. Each one of these investments underscores our commitment to essential services. So where does the revenue for this 2026 budget come from, you might ask? Well, as shown in the graph in front of you, Chautauqua County's total 2026 governmental fund budget is $309.7 million. Of this total, 23% comes from property taxes, 19% from state aid, 18% from state sales tax, 14% from designated revenues, 13% from federal aid, and yes, only 1% from our fund balance. My administration looks beyond property taxes to increase fund county services. Rather, we rely on alternative revenue, such as grant funding, increased sales and occupancy tax, and other smart budgeting strategies that strengthen our ability to serve residents without adding a financial burden. A significant portion of Chautauqua County's budget is beyond our control. Unlike other local governments, counties in New York are required by law to administer more than 40 state-defined programs using your local tax dollars. This leaves limited flexibility, yet Chautauqua County continues to deliver essential services, invest on our infrastructure and communities, and all of this without overburdening our residents. Now, some of the largest state-imposed mandates on the county include Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, or TANF, Safety Net, Medicaid, Early Intervention, Pre-K Special Education, mandated medical services for incarcerated individuals. The name is almost as big as the budget. Probation, youth detention, child welfare, and of course, pensions. Unfunded mandates will collectively cost Chautauqua County more than $93.2 million in 2026. The safety net increase of $1.17 million this year alone. This single unfunded mandate increase is 65% of the increase to our 2026 tax levy. One increase, 65% of the increase increase in our tax levy. Thankfully, our state representative, Senator George Borrello, and Assemblyman Andrew Molitor recognize these crippling mandates and continually advocate for Chautauqua County and its residents each and every day they are in Albany. My administration looks to save wherever possible, focusing on efficiency so county employees can dedicate more time to the essential tasks we ask them to do and to better serve our communities. We have limited new FTE to only those that are grant funded, budget neutral, or critically necessary for the function of each department. For 2026, the only new unfunded FTE is a state-mandated position in the probation department. We also strategically use state and federal funding to offset local share expenses, ensuring taxpayer dollars are maximized. So how will our residents benefit from this budget? In 2026, we are committed to maintaining and improving the infrastructure and services that directly impact our residents' daily lives. This includes treating and maintaining more than 660 miles of county highways, along with 6 culvert and bridge rehabilitation projects, 2 complete bridge replacements, and 2 complete culvert replacements. In total, we will invest more than $13 million in capital projects through our Department of Public Facilities. Other capital projects that we are critically investing in to strengthen our communities include $2 million in upgrades at Jamestown Community College, $350,000 for economic development featuring greenfield developments. These includes nearing completion of our Ripley shovel-ready site, the completion of the shovel-ready site in the Mason Industrial Park, and the further exploration of shovel-ready sites within Chautauqua County. Over $3 million will be used to enhance public safety through the Sheriff's Office and the Department of Emergency Services. And most importantly, not only will we maintain the same high level of service as we did in 2025, but we will expand our county fly car program to deliver faster, critical emergency medical care to residents in southern Chautauqua County, particularly in the Clymer and Sherman areas. For the 2026, the county tax levy is allowed to increase $1.7 million, or 2%. The tax cap set by the state of New York determines the maximum amount of taxes we can assess. It's calculated based on several factors and is limited to the lesser of 2% or the rate of inflation. Chautauqua County continues to see a positive trend in the real estate market despite what we see in the media, resulting in an overall assessed value of properties to the tune of $12.15 billion, an increase of 11.2%. Now, because property valuations grew more than the tax levy, the overall rate has decreased. This growth reflects both reassessments and continued strength of properties selling well beyond their assessed values, driving up overall valuations across the county. This is a clear sign that our efforts are succeeding. People are investing and returning to Chautauqua County. In essence, we're doing something right here in Chautauqua County, and we're going to keep doing it. In my 2026 budget, I am proposing and proud to administer a tax rate of $6.17 per thousand, 54 cents below last year's rate. This is my 6th budget as county executive, and the 6th year I am proposing a decrease in the rate. Not to mention, this is also the 5th consecutive year Chautauqua County has been at or below the state mandated tax cap. As shown in the graph in front, when I took office in 2020, the tax rate was $8.46. And I'm proud to announce, since my time in office, the tax rate has been reduced by $2.29. I'm also proposing a tax levy increase of $1.7 million. Although this will be met with sharp criticism, the 2026 proposed levy is yet again under the New York State tax cap. Now, while we do see an increase of 2%, this is well below the rate of inflation of 3.4%. The last few years, I've been proud to announce that the 2024 rate was the lowest we've seen since 1982. Well, I stand before you tonight to tell you we did it better. For 2026, our rate was below that of 2024, but we're still looking for that year of 1981. Hopefully, we'll soon be able to beat it. Since I became county executive, I maintain a modest fund balance under sharp criticism from those who feel we should use our fund balance to provide a one-time reduction to the tax levy. This year, we asked our department heads to dig deep, sharpen your pencils, and come back with a local share increase half of what they originally proposed. Each and every one of them came through. These reductions continue to ensure our long-term financial stability for Chautauqua County. Under my administration, we rejected political theater and responsibly adhered to our financial management plan to only utilize our fund balance for one-time, not recurring expenses. This ensures that our budgets are structurally balanced and safeguards Chautauqua County's long-term financial position. As you can see in the graph, we project to maintain a fund balance of 11.5%. Since 2020, our fund balance has been benefited from several one-time unexpected revenues, including additional Medicaid assistance, property tax foreclosure auctions, interest and penalty income, prior year tribal compact settlements, released Medicaid settlements and expense accruals, as well as IDA bond proceeds. Together, these sources have added approximately $17.5 million to the county's fund balance. While we previously saw double-digit increases, I can tell you, friends, over the last 2 years, we have made modest contributions, to say the least, making this more important than ever to protect our fund balance. In doing so, it maintains our essential services and our financial strength, ensuring a stable and prosperous future for each and every resident. Since taking office in 2020, inflation has increased dramatically. We see it each and every day. My administration has worked diligently to keep the levy below the rate of inflation. In this graph, the blue line represents our actual property tax levy, and the red line represents our levy if it would have increased with the rate of inflation. In 2026, our proposed levy is $74.9 million. Now, if our budget had matched to increase to the rate of inflation, our levy would have been an astounding $84.9 million, an increase of $9.9 million. If we had increased the rate of inflation throughout my budget since 2020, we would have collected an astounding $42 million extra in property taxes. This demonstrates our commitment to delivering essential services, using taxpayer dollars wisely, and not overtaxing our residents. To put this into perspective, the extra $9.9 million is more than double what we're spending in Chautauqua County for our Department of Planning and Economic Development. And the $42 million we talked about since 2020 is about $10 million more than we will spend on the entire sheriff's budget. So what does this mean for our county taxpayers? For the past 5 years, we have continued to do more with less. And 2026 isn't any different. Even as the value of the dollar has declined since 2020, we keep providing the same, and in many cases, enhancing the levels of essential services without overburdening our residents. Through smart budgeting, targeted efficiencies, and responsible use of our fund balance, we are building on a record of strong leadership and fiscal responsibility, ensuring a resilient and prosperous future for all those who call Chautauqua County home. For the fiscal year 2026, we're budgeting $2.39 million in anticipated occupancy tax receipts. Our strategy for the occupancy tax use is to set our budget equal to the last full year's actual receipts. After administration costs, 40% of the budgets collected will go to our lakes and waterways, and 60% will go to the promotion of travel and tourism. As shown in the graph, our occupancy tax receipts continue to show steady growth, and our investments in our lakes and tourism initiatives will continue to benefit our local economy and improve the quality of life for our residents and those who visit. In 2025, we allocated occupancy tax funds to support several major projects and festivals right here in Chautauqua County. Such festivals as the Fredonia Farm Festival, the Grape and Wine Festival in Westfield, Rock the Lake in Lakewood, Silver Creek Festival of Grapes, and the Chautauqua County History Expo. Additionally, we've invested in vital initiatives like the Chautauqua Lake Symposium and direct funding to support in-lake maintenance and weed harvesting. Our investments in healthy lakes and vibrant tourism not only boost our economy and occupancy tax receipts, but it also enriches the communities, creating lasting benefits for our county. Now, sales tax receipts in 2025 and our projections for 2026 continues, as shown in the graph, to see steady growth. Rather than inflating our sales tax projections like often happens in budgetary processes, we've taken a realistic approach. We reduced spending. We relied on data from the New York State Comptroller's Office that ensures fiscal stability and minimizes the risk of budget shortfalls. Any sales tax surpluses are returned to our fund balance to provide the flexibility to cover those one-time expenses without raising property taxes, while also maintaining a strong financial position. Chautauqua County shares a considerable portion of our sales tax revenue with our local municipalities. In 2026, we have budgeted to collect over $98 million in sales tax revenue. The county's share of that sales tax revenue will be $57.9 million, and we will expect to share more than $40.6 million, which is 41.25% of our collected sales tax with our local municipalities. This includes an estimated $4 million to the city of Dunkirk, $9.1 million to the city of Jamestown, $2.3 million to the village of Fredonia, and the remaining monies will be divided between our remaining towns and villages. The sales tax revenue shared with our local municipalities is a vital source of funding for our towns, villages, and cities. Sales tax, unlike property tax, is not only collected from residents, but also it's collected from visitors and those who travel through our county. This reduces the burden on our local homeowners. Our revenue sharing contributes to lowering the housing costs in Chautauqua County and helps maintain our county as the 7th most affordable place to live out of the 62 counties in the state of New York, and the only county with a population in excess of 100,000 to be in the top 20. Now, not every county shares their New York State sales tax revenues with local municipalities. In fact, there are 12 counties that do not share any of their sales tax revenues. Now, not only does Chautauqua County share our sales tax revenues, there are very few counties that share a higher percentage of revenues than we do. According to the Office of the State Comptroller, based on the most recent data, of the 62 counties in the state of New York, there are only 9 counties that share a higher percentage of their sales tax receipts with their local municipalities. So for a minute, let's take time. Everyone loves to compare us with Erie County. Well, according to the Office of State Comptroller for the fiscal year ending in 2024, Erie County collected $1.06 billion, with a B, in sales tax revenue and shared 40% of that with their local municipalities. Likewise, Chautauqua County collected a mere $94.85 million and shared 40% of our revenues with our municipalities. And as I've already said, in 2026, we project to share 41.25% of our collected sales tax revenues with the local municipalities, which is even more than Erie County shared last year, although we collect less than 1/10 of their sales tax revenues. I'm excited to announce in 2026, I'm proposing, separate from the tentative budget, to utilize $500,000 of our fund balance to be used as a government efficiency fund that will support local municipalities in mergers, consolidations, dissolution, shared services, and many other opportunities that provide. The goal is to reduce redundancies, streamline operation, and eliminate duplicate efforts, ultimately leading to significant cost savings. This approach enables municipalities to use resources more efficiently, benefiting taxpayers through lower taxes or enhanced services. Our towns, villages, and cities, just like the county, have very tight budgets with limited discretionary funding. My proposed government efficiency fund will help remove the financial burdens from our local municipalities to explore and expand shared services, mergers, consolidations, dissolutions, and other agreements, and provide them with the upfront funding they may not have available within their own budgets. Now, we always have to respect home rule, and this is essential, that any proposed mergers or consolidations or dissolutions must be initiated voluntarily by the municipalities involved. Now, we can support these processes by offering incentives and assistance to encourage collaboration without mandating. By fostering open communication and working closely with local leaders, we can ensure these initiatives are implemented effectively and with a broad community support. This investment will help lower our long-term property taxes for county residents, and I encourage all of our local municipalities to utilize this resource. The current law allows municipalities to receive up to $50,000 of local funding, which is a reimbursement after the project's completion. My proposal is to amend the local law and increase the allowance for municipalities to go to $100,000 rather than the current $50,000 for those upfront costs. So as we reflect on 2025, I want to thank the members of the Chautauqua County Legislature who supported my 2025 budget that preserved our strong financial position while providing improved services for our residents, all without overtaxing or overburdening our communities. Together, we demonstrated that smart, responsible leadership can achieve remarkable results. Since the first county executive took office in 1975, no county administration has lowered taxes as much as we have in the last 5 years. So tonight, I stand before you not just to present a budget, but to reaffirm a promise that no matter the mandates, no matter the inflation, no matter the obstacles handed down, Chautauqua County will not retreat. We will not lower our standards. We will not sacrifice our future for short-term fixes or political theater. We will lead, because leadership is not measured in rhetoric, but in results. And the results are undeniable. Lower tax rates, stronger reserves, smarter spending, and better services, all achieved while working together. Together, we can go further. Let this budget serve as a declaration. Chautauqua County is not just holding the line, we're advancing the line. We're investing boldly, managing wisely, and building a government that works for the people, not against them. A government that believes every tax dollar should deliver value. Every challenge is an opportunity, and every resident deserves a county that works as hard for them as they do for us. From Sherman to Silver Creek, from Jamestown to Dunkirk, we are rising. And as long as I have the honor to serve as your county executive, we will rise together. God bless the United States of America. God bless Chautauqua County. And thank you for your time.
Okay, Justin, turn the lights off. And Olivia, I'll turn the agenda back to you.
Thank you. All right, there are no veto messages from County Executive Wendell from the August 27th, 2025 legislature meeting. There are 4 communications listed on the agenda. If you'd like a copy of any of these items, please let our office know.
Thank you. And at this time on our agenda, we have a public hearing. So I will call to order a public hearing regarding lease with the Federal Aviation Administration for antenna and equipment space within terminal building at Chautauqua County Jamestown Airport. Is there anyone wishing to address the public hearing? Anyone to address the public hearing? Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. Olivia, take us away.
Okay. 226-25, confirm reappointment, South and Center Chautauqua Lake Sewer District Board.
Are there any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
227-25, confirm reappointment, Chautauqua County Board of Health.
Are there any comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
22825, confirm appointments, Chautauqua Opportunities Board of Directors.
Are there any questions, any discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
229-25, South and Center Chautauqua Lake Sewer District's review of wastewater treatment plant capacity study grant, authorization and appropriation of local match.
Are there any comments, any questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
230-25, authorized lease with the Federal Aviation Administration for antenna and equipment space within the terminal building at Chautauqua County Jamestown Airport.
Are there any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried. Legislator blocking Bob Bankowski.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to block 231-25 through 235-25.
Thank you. We have a motion to block resolutions 231-25 through 235-25 and a second by Legislator Gustafson. Is there any discussion on the motion to block? Any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor of blocking 231-25 through 235-25, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? They are blocked.
231-25, amend 2025 budget for carts to reflect 5311 grant award. 232-25, amend 2025 budget occupancy tax funded projects. 233-25, amend 2025 budget for the Chautauqua County Attorney Office. 234-25, amend 2025 budget for the Chautauqua County Department of Emergency Medical Services fly car and ambulance services. 235-25, amend Chautauqua County Department of Mental Hygiene and Social Services 2025 budget for increased safety net costs.
Are there any questions or comments on any of the blocked resolutions, 231-25 through 235-25? Any questions or comments on any of the resolutions? Hearing none, all those in favor of the blocked resolutions, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? They are carried.
236-25, adjust D.5112 capital improvement accounts.
Any questions or any comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
237-25, amend capital project accounts, Jamestown Community College.
Any questions, any comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please. Did I miss one? Nope. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
238-25, authorize acceptance of the Victim Assistance Program funding for 2025 through 2028.
Any questions, any discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried. Legislator Bankowski.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to correct in the title of 239-25 where it says amend 2026 budget, that should say amend 2025 budget.
Thank you for that motion. And we have a second by Legislator Gustafson. Is there any discussion on the motion to correct the title of Resolution 239-25? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to correct, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? It is corrected. Now, for the discussion, take it away.
239-25, amend 2025 budget for OES and authorize acceptance of FY 2022 Technical Rescue and Urban Search and Rescue Grant.
Are there any questions, any comments on 239-25 as corrected? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
240-25, Authorize execution of NYS Office of Homeland Security Funding Grant Explosive Detection K-9 Team FY 2022.
Are there any questions or comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
241-25, authorize execution of New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee grant for the Police Traffic Services Program FY 2026.
Are there any comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
242-25, authorize regional partnership agreements with municipalities for the Tactical Team Program.
Are there any comments? Any questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
243-25, authorize Office for Aging Services to submit application for Medicare Improvements for Patients and Providers Act, MIPPA, funding on an annual basis.
Any questions? Any discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
244-25, authorize the Chautauqua County Department of Mental Hygiene to provide clinical supervision and/or mental health-related trainings to Chautauqua County Public Schools.
Any comments or questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
245-25, authorizing and approving settlement agreement and action relating to the opioid crisis, Purdue Pharma LP and the Sackler family.
Are there any comments or any questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
246-25, authorizing execution of County Infrastructure Grant Program agreement for the homesteads at Dunkirk Landing and Welch's Building.
Are there any questions or any comments on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried.
247-25, authorize Clerk of the Legislature to publish notices regarding public hearings on the 2026 tentative budget and maximum salary of members of the Chautauqua County Legislature and its chairman.
Are there any questions, any discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Mr. Bankowski?
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan?
Yes.
Mr. Carl is absent. Mrs. Dickey?
Yes.
Mrs. Gustafson?
Yes.
Mr. Harmon?
Yes.
Mr. Heiser?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Landy?
Yes.
Mr. Larson?
Yes.
Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Nebel?
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak?
Yes.
Mr. Penhallow?
Yes.
Mr. Proctor?
Yes.
Mr. Scudder?
Yes.
Ms. Vanstrom?
Yes.
Chairman Shagnon?
Yes.
There are 18 yes votes and 1 member absent. The resolution is adopted. 248-25, resolution of the County Legislature of the County of Chautauqua imposing general sales and compensating use taxes pursuant to the authority of Section 1210 of Article 29 of the New York Tax Law.
Are there any questions or are there any comments on the resolution? Legislator Larson.
Mr. Chairman, as you know, some of us made an effort on this latest every 2-year request for sales tax more than 7%. Some of us made an effort to either reduce the sales tax rate to 7 3/4 for the next couple of years, sort of an experiment, see if that would provide an incentive for more retailing in Chautauqua County, since we're the only New York county that's surrounded by Pennsylvania on 2 sides, Pennsylvania with a 6% sales tax. The effort to convince folks, a majority, to ask for a 7 3/4% rate was defeated. There also was an effort to give slightly more of the extra 1%. I believe 85% of the 1% currently goes to the county. And that notion also was rejected by the majority. So I voted against the request to Albany to continue the current plan. So to be consistent, I'll be voting against this tonight. And I make a pledge that if the good people on the north side of Jamestown send me back here for 2 more years, on the next 2-year extension of the sales tax, I'll again make an effort to reduce it to 7 3/4 and to give some greater percentage to our towns, villages, and cities. Thank you.
Thank you. Legislator Nelson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am also voting no on the resolution. I agree with Legislator Larson that a reduction in the sales tax is warranted, and a greater share going to the municipalities, I think, is necessary at this time. I think our cities are on the front lines of delivering essential services. So I think our cities, Dunkirk and Jamestown especially, would benefit from that. So I'm voting no. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Other questions, comments on the resolution? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Anthony. Mr. Bankowski.
No.
Mr. Buchanan.
Nay.
Mr. Carl is absent. Mrs. Dickey.
Yes.
Mrs. Gustafson. Mr. Harmon.
Yes.
Mr. Heiser.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Landy. Mr. Landy. Mr. Larson.
No.
Mr. Nelson.
No.
Mr. Nebel.
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak.
Yes.
Mr. Penhollow.
Yes.
Mr. Proctor.
Yes.
Mr. Scudder. Ms. Vanstrom.
Yes.
Chairman Shagnon.
Yes.
Okay, there are 14 yes votes, 4 no votes, and 1 member absent. The resolution is adopted. All right. 249-25, setting the salary for digital forensic investigator.
Are there any comments or any questions on the resolution? Hearing none, all those in favor, please. I'm sorry. All those in favor will have a roll call.
Mr. Anthony.
Yes.
Mr. Bankowski.
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan.
Yes.
Mr. Carl is absent. Mrs. Dickey.
Yes.
Mrs. Gustafson. Mr. Harmon.
Yes.
Mr. Heiser.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Landy.
Yes.
Mr. Larson.
Yes.
Mr. Nelson.
Yes.
Mr. Nebel.
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak.
Yes.
Mr. Penhollow.
Yes.
Mr. Proctor.
Yes.
Mr. Scudder.
Yes.
Ms. Vanstrom.
Yes.
Chairman Shagnon.
Yes.
There are 18 yes votes and 1 member absent. The resolution is adopted.
Legislator Gustafson.
So I'd like to make a motion that we bring to the floor Emergency Resolution 250-25. This resolution is an emergency due to the fact that the issue addressed in the resolution is going to be discussed on the floor of Congress in the next couple of weeks, and it cannot wait until our October meeting.
Okay, we have a motion to bring an emergency resolution to the floor. Do we have a second? Legislator Bankowski?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to bring an emergency resolution to the floor. Is there any discussion about the motion to bring an emergency resolution to the floor? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll on the question of bringing the emergency resolution to the floor?
Mr. Anthony.
Yes.
Mr. Bankowski.
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan.
Yes.
Mr. Carl is absent. Mrs. Dickey.
Yes.
Mrs. Gustafson. Mr. Harmon.
Yes.
Mr. Heiser.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Landy.
Yes.
Mr. Larson.
No.
Mr. Nelson.
No.
Mr. Nebel.
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak.
Yes.
Mr. Penhollow.
Yes.
Mr. Proctor.
Yes.
Mr. Scudder.
Yes.
Ms. Vanstrom.
Yes.
Chairman Shagnon.
Yes.
Okay. There are 16 yes votes, 2 no votes, and 1 member absent. The resolution is on the floor.
Okay, now for discussion on the emergency resolution, which Legislator Gustafson, I understand, has been distributed to all the legislators. So, are there any comments or questions on the resolution that's on the desk? Legislator Nelson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. While I appreciate and understand some of the concerns in the resolution with respect to the increased costs and the strain on the grid, I cannot support this resolution. I don't agree with the statement in the resolution that says natural gas is clean burning. In my opinion, the Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act sets some aggressive goals, and it may feel, out of reach sometimes, but I think that it's a worthy cause, and I think it's worthy of our best efforts. The CLCPA will reduce greenhouse gas emissions and improve air quality. The CLCPA will reduce pollutants like sulfur dioxide, which will help reduce the rate of asthma and other respiratory illnesses. So while natural gas produces less harmful pollutants than coal or oil, it still contributes to air pollution. Thank you.
Thank you. Other questions, comments on the resolution? Legislator Bankowski.
Yes, sir. My only concern with this, I guess, I don't know how many new houses are being built in Chautauqua County, but the point that if you're building a new house that you're going to have electric, when we have an abundance of natural gas in our area, I think that should be a choice left up to the person who's building the home. If they want to be hooked up to electric or gas, I don't think that we should dictate to them what they should have to do.
Thank you. Other comments, other discussion on the resolution? Legislator Scudder.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am in full support of what this resolution has to say. I think we should have the choice of natural gas, electric, propane, whatever we choose to power our houses or businesses with. I did speak to a young man. He called me the other day concerned about, he's thinking of building a new home. He works at a local plant. Most of us have heard of it, Purina. And he's trying to decide, do I stay at Purina and move just over into Pennsylvania? Or do I build my new home here? And if I'm going to build a new home here, what do I have to have done before the first of the year to allow me to use natural gas? I didn't have too many answers for him other than, yeah, the first of the year is when the cutoff is. My struggle tonight is, and you're probably going to get sick of hearing me say this, it's a resolution to me that it looks like a motion. I'm not sure how much clout we really have by passing something like this. So for the reason that it's looking more like a motion than a resolution to me, I'll be voting against it. But I want to publicly say I am in favor of everything it has to say. It's the principle of the vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Legislator Larson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Legislator Scudder is absolutely 100% correct. This is a motion disguised as a resolution. Resolutions are actions of the county legislature over things that we have legal control or responsibility for. This is a motion, and I will be voting against it, the same reason Legislator Scudder is.
Thank you. Other comments, discussion on the resolution? Hearing none, would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Anthony.
Yes.
Mr. Bankowski.
Yes.
Mr. Buchanan.
Yes.
Mr. Carl is absent. Mrs. Dickey.
Yes.
Mrs. Gustafson.
Yes.
Mr. Harmon.
Yes.
Mr. Heiser.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Landy.
Yes.
Mr. Larson.
No.
Mr. Nelson.
No.
Mr. Neville.
Yes.
Mr. Pavlak.
Yes.
Mr. Penhollow.
Yes.
Mr. Proctor.
Yes.
Mr. Scudder. Ms. Vanstrom. Yes. Chairman Shagnon.
Yes.
Okay, there are 15 yes votes, 3 no votes, and 1 member absent. The resolution is adopted.
Okay, that brings us on our agenda to announcements. Are there any announcements from legislators for the good of the order? Legislator Gustafson.
Yes, I'd like to invite everybody to the town of Busti this weekend for the annual Apple Festival. It's taking place on Saturday and Sunday in the hamlet of Busti.
Thank you. Other announcements? Other announcements? Oh, no more announcements? Then I will move on to the second privilege of the floor. Members of the public may comment on any subject. A member of the legislature may speak on any subject. Individual comments are limited to 3 minutes, and comments representing a group are limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone wishing to address the second privilege of the floor?
Mr. Chairman.
Good evening. My name is Susan Baldwin, and I live in Villanova. And I've come here again tonight to point out that my electric bill is ridiculous. The delivery fees are about 2 times as much as my actual use. There's an assortment of mandatory charges that haven't anything to do with my use of electric. Recovery charges, SBC charges, revenue decoupling, MEC, whatever that means, transmission charges, then that delivery charge thing that includes the subtotal of the electric is $184.14. That's not what I used. That's the delivery, recovery, blah, blah, blah. My actual use was $111. So, 184 more made it over 300 with the assortment of, $2 and $3, $3.79 and $9.13 sales taxes and county sales taxes on delivery charges. My actual, where it shows that graph here for how much electric you've used in the last year, the comparison increases continuously, but it's actually not. It's delivery, not use. And I've got a handful of them. They continue to be ridiculous. And so the electric transition guys, you're all voting for this green stuff. I live in Villanova, green Villanova. We've got the turbines, we've got the solars going around Hanover and all of this stuff, and yet that's my bill. And that continues to be my bill. And so let's not keep moving this green stuff in, because we've got people having really terrible water. I have a sign in my front yard that says, danger, dynamite and directional gas drilling equals poisoned water. It's this big and this high, and the town supervisor can't make me turn it down. So I'm here telling you all too, please be aware. They are drilling in Villanova. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the second privilege of the floor? Legislator Bankoski.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, and I think I can cover both these topics in 3 minutes or less. I was cornered by a city resident in Dunkirk today, and they were concerned, like, why is the price of gasoline so much higher in certain sections of Chautauqua County, where in other areas it's 20 cents cheaper, 30 cents cheaper. I didn't have an answer for the guy. I said, I don't know, but I said I could try to bring it to this, to the light of the legislature, and I don't know, maybe we can research that moving forward or something. I don't know. And then my second topic was battery storage facilities. Seems to be a hot topic issue bouncing around the county. We did talk about it briefly today in leadership, and we spoke with the county executive, and he was in agreement with us that does Chautauqua County take the lead and put some type of moratorium on it? I don't think that's the right way to go, and myself and Legislator Harmon discussed it on the radio this morning too. It's like, what responsibility do we have to tell other municipalities on what to do in their area? But I think there's a lot of some of these municipalities that are uneducated on the topic and the consequences of these battery storage facilities, and I think maybe the county and the county executive agreed that maybe we could take more of a lead on this topic and try to educate other communities on making the right choice. Thank you.
Thank you. You did that well under 2 minutes. And so the county executive indicated that he'd like to respond to your question about gasoline pricing.
Yeah, thank you. So we did send a letter to Attorney General Tish James. We also sent it to the federal attorneys in Buffalo. We received a phone call from Tish James saying they will not pursue the matter. We have yet to hear anything from the federal government. A lot of questions have been coming around that the Chautauqua County gas tax is higher than anywhere else's. That is not correct. Chautauqua County gas tax is 4%. Erie County's gas tax is 4.75%, and yet Erie County's gas prices still remain much lower than ours. We've looked, we've asked, we did speak to the owner of United Refining because a lot of the assumption is the majority of our fuel comes from United Refining. That is not the case. About 25% of our gasoline comes from United Refining, which my guess is probably the Quick Fills and Red Apple stores that are directly related. I wish I had a better answer, but I can tell residents that they need to do what's right for their budgets. If you're close and you go across to Erie County, that's your prerogative. But we have explored every opportunity. This is probably the third or fourth time I've looked at this as county executive, and we get the same comment. There's nothing nefarious. There is nothing wrong. Supply and demand. If they're going to charge it and we're going to pay it, that's where we are. I wish I had a better answer because it's, again, in New York State, I had driven across the state, and exit 41, the Love's gas station was $2.74. With your Love's 10-cent discount, $2.64, right here in the state of New York. So I wish I had a better answer as to why they're successful. I wish I had a better answer.
Thank you. You used all your 3 minutes. Anyone else wishing to address the second privilege of the floor?
I guess that's pretty good tonight. Good evening. My name is Dan Smith. I'm a resident of the town of Erie, and I'm treasurer of the Chautauqua Lake Property Owners Association, the CLPOA. I truly appreciate the opportunity to speak with you about the lake once again. Labor Day was the setting for CLPOA's 14th Wetlands Public Meeting. We hosted over 190 at the Bemis Point Golf Club and Tap House, twice the previous largest crowd. With over 1,100 attendees at our meetings, the CLPOA has developed a large following of those frustrated with lake conditions and interested in real solutions more than just studies and talk. Your opportunity to be a party to the CLPOA wetlands lawsuit has passed, but it is not too late to support our efforts. Assemblyman Andrew Molitor spoke about the lake at a local meeting last night. We expect Senator Borrello to speak about the lake at his town hall meeting tonight. There's no reason why you, individually or as a group, could not suggested, quote, drive a sword through the new wetlands regulations, unquote, supporting your constituents in your districts. The county executive recently stated that the lake-related tourism decreased in 2025 and speculated that negative publicity concerning lake conditions, including many Western New York-wide broadcasts, TV and radio, contributed to this decrease. We are not surprised. These conditions cannot continue. We can hope 2026 will be better and that those who stayed away will return. But hope won't remedy the worsening lake conditions, which are already a yearly expectation. The lake is certain to get worse due to the new wetlands regulations. That is, unless the CLPOA and other lawsuits challenging the regulations are successful. It's time for a change in the county's approach to the lake. We need a centralized lake authority or a district, a formal New York State entity made up of lakeside town supervisors and village mayors, people elected by the community, accountable to the taxpayers, and operating transparently. It must use a professional lake management plan. It's time to lead. So where are we at with the lake as we conclude another frustrating summer? Obviously, there are the new wetlands regulations. They will do nothing but accelerate the lake weeds, turning many lake areas into swamps if the regulations continue. The Chautauqua Lake and Watershed Alliance the county executive has proposed changes to the alliance structure and bylaws, hoping to make it more effective in its lake endeavors. This is at least the third such effort over the alliance's 12-year history. None has fixed the problems, and although some proposed changes are in the right direction, they will not solve the problem. We cannot wait another several years to evaluate such minor adjustments and then be disappointed once again. We must make a commitment now to develop a centralized lake authority and district with the authority to manage the lake using a professionally developed lake management plan. The county-funded Jefferson project has already spent $5 million. Only one report issued 2 years ago, and still no actionable recommendations. The county has invested $1,250,000 into this project, and we have very little oversight on this project. We have heard little from the, you got a minute or two?
No.
How much longer? Okay, I'm going to repeat. It's time for a change in the county's approach to the lake. We need a centralized lake authority or district, a formal New York State entity made up of lakeside town supervisors and village mayors, people elected by the community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Is there anyone else wishing to address the second privilege of the floor? Anyone else for the second privilege of the floor? Hearing no one, I am looking at Legislator Larson.
To adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn and a second by Legislator Anthony. All in favor, please say aye.